Put your gloves on, touch them up, let's get into it. UFC Fight Night is back. We are back at the Apex. Me and you, we are back in the Apex, dude. A lot of people are calling this a trash card. This is an amazing card, dude. Compared to next week's, this is an amazing card because next week is going to be the probably the worst numbered card that we've seen this year. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Gigi Kanato versus Carol Foro. I think this could be a technical fight. It might be a boring technical fight, but still technical nonetheless. Carol, I feel like she's more of a complete martial artist. She's composed, doesn't overextend a lot, and mixes the striking with wrestling a lot better than her opponent. But Kanutu, whatever, however you say her name, dude, she's dangerous. She's not afraid to take risks. She will pressure forward. She'll look for some big movements, and I feel like the aggression from her leaves a lot of openings in her game. And this is going to be probably a long video because I took forever trying to find fight footage from these fighters. So I really took time to get all my stuff right. So if you could leave a like, that would just be amazing. But this is probably going to be a long video. So I think Carol Foro, if she uses movement early and put Kanato on the back foot, mix in some body kicks, maybe a few level changes here and there, and I think she ends up getting it done. I don't see either of these fighters getting a finish, but I think the awareness and just the well-roundedness of Carol Foro, she'll have the advantage and get the um, probably 29-28 decision. Juliana Miller, Ravana Oliveira. I've tried to defend Ravana Oliveira. I just can't anymore, dude. I can't. I'm picking Juliana Miller in this fight. Um, they both have their strengths, but Juliana Miller's got so much more. Like, she's got so much more in her pockets. She's relentless, always looking for clinch, drag the fights to the mat, and she makes her opponents uncomfortable. She'll eat shots, and she usually doesn't get knocked out, but we'll see with Ravana Oliveira. Ravana Oliveira just has, I don't know how she's still in the UFC, dude. I really don't. She's more of a technical striker, but not great. So I see Juliana Miller taking her down and just holding her there the whole entire fight. I don't think this one's going to be very exciting. I'm taking Juliana Miller by decision. I think Oliveira's going to come out in round one aggressive and look for a finish immediately. But if Juliana Miller can start timing the takedowns correctly, it's over. Just Ravana Oliveira, you're gone. No more contract. So I'm taking Juliana Miller by unanimous decision. And I'm kind of happy that I'm doing last minute predictions because uh, maybe. Okay. Guess it's not going to open. Uh, okay. Miles Johns and Gianni Vasquez. Um, Miles Johns originally was supposed to fight Raul Rosas' brother. So, um, I think Miles Johns is going to get it done, but I don't think he's going to run through Vasquez like some people are saying. Um, he literally has nothing to lose here. He's coming in on very short notice. Um, so this dude could throw, like, it doesn't matter what he does. He could do anything. And be like, okay, he Miles Johns won, but this dude's on a couple days notice, whatever. But we know Miles Johns is a much better striker, primarily a boxer. He's very composed. He's going to find the jab, throw the right hand, good combinations. And I don't think he's going to be reckless in the fight. Um, and I think the defensive striking is really good from Miles Johns as well. Uh, Kind of difficult to hit. I've seen a percentage, I think it was like 3.5 significant strikes landed per minute, and he does not absorb a lot of strikes at all. I don't remember what it was, but he's very good defensively, um, and Miles John's a little more active, and I like him now versus earlier in his UFC career, actually. So I'm going to take Miles Johns probably by round 3 TKO because I think Johnny's going to he's going to be composed. He's not going to, I think he is going to be smart in this fight. So I think Miles Johns gets it done eventually, but I think it takes him a while. I could be wrong, and Miles Johns gets it done immediately. I don't know. But I'm taking Miles Johns round 3 TKO. Manola Sosa, Chief Keef, Richie Miranda. Um, I'm going to take Sosa by second round TKO, but I do think it's a competitive fight. Um, the biggest thing for me is can Miranda get Sosa into the grappling fight, and I feel like that'll just play out like how the fight's gonna go. Sosa's a good striker, really dangerous in the pocket, and he does have that one-shot power. So um, he gets the knockdowns very quickly. Like look at this physique versus this guy. All right. So I think Miranda has to get the clinch going. That's the only way to victory for him. He's well rounded and he can wrestle for a good amount of time, but it's UFC now, so I don't think it's just different than these other organizations, and I don't know. I'm gonna take the power from Sosa, and I think he's gonna get it done by round 1 knockout. I don't think Richie Miranda is gonna be able to find anything. He's just not going to be able to get a hold of Sosa. He's just going to be swinging wildly, and that's how he's going to win. It's not going to be pretty striking at all. It's going to be a crazy first round, and I think he gets a knockout. Louis Sutherland, Jose Montana. Um, Great fight. Heavyweights are always fun, and you don't want to miss this one. You do not want to miss this one. A lot of people don't like the prelims. They don't like to watch the main card. Like everybody's looking forward to Salkilld and Gamrot, but dude, can't miss this one. Sutherland, good pressure behind his boxing. He can. He's actually kind of technical for a heavyweight, like as technical as you can get for a heavyweight. Um, but Jose Montana, big power, explosive. The gas tank for me is why I can't take him. It's a big question. So I think the first 5 minutes are gonna decide the fight, and I think if Jose Montana can get the big shot to land, I think he can get it done. But I think Louis Sutherland can survive that early storm, and just overall volume and accuracy, I think he's gonna piece up Jose Montana a lot and end up getting the second round TKO is what I'm going with. So Louis Sutherland, he's gonna get it done, but it's always that puncher's chance, dude. We're in heavyweight now. Dr. Nurmagomedov and Bruno Lopez. Um, Really competitive matchup here. Nurmagomedov, really patient. Um, he's really strong too. He doesn't look it from the physique, but he is really strong. Um, Patient, smart, durable. He stays composed. But Bruno Lopez, explosive. He throws like Montana here. He's got the one shot knockout power, and he's always looking for that one shot knockout. So, um, if he can get Nurmagomedov to back up, he will swarm and get the finish. But I don't know, man. I don't think this is going to go to a decision. Um, what do we got for odds here? Okay, Nurmagomedov. Dyer. I'm going to quit saying that now. I don't want to disrespect the guy. Dr. I just think he's better well-rounded. That's why I take most of the picks I do. If I think as a fighter is better well-rounded, I think they can get it done. Um, I think Bruno Lopez is going to be dangerous in the beginning, but I think Dyer is going to be able to get it done. He's just going to be more technical with the striking, use a little bit of clinch work, and I think he's going to get it done by round 2 TKO. The GOAT is back. Steven Asplin, dude. I'm trying to get an interview with this guy, but I actually had the opportunity of my life to get an interview like a year ago with Damian Pinos, but I didn't look at my freaking email for 3 months and I ruined that. So that's nice. So I'm trying with Steven Asplin now. But I think good fight, dude. I think Guillermo Pat, I think, is going to be dangerous in the beginning. I think he's going to have the advantage over Steven Asplin for a majority of the fight. But Steven Asplin is pretty well rounded everywhere. We know he's primarily a boxer, but he has the good wrestling fundamentals. He keeps a high pace through the fights. Pat does have the finishing ability. Um, and I think Steven Asplin, again, more well rounded, I think. But I do think Pat in the first 2 rounds, I think they're going to be really good for him. I think Steven Asplin's going to get bloodied up. And then by round 3, Pat starts to slow down. And Asplin just starts throwing cleaner, heavier shots and eventually gets him to the ground. I think Steven Asplin's going to shoot a takedown once Pat is hurt, use some of that wrestling, and then get the ground and pound TKO. So I got Steven Asplin getting his win. Billy Ray Goff and Ty Miller. I think this is a banger fight, dude. I think this could be fight of the night. Um, Billy Ray Goff, we love to watch Billy Ray Goff. Me and you, we love it, dude. We love it. Um, Marches forward, good combinations. Ty Miller, a lot more composed though, technically cleaner, good timing. Um, Opening, I think they're just going to be swinging like crazy, dude. Getting in the pocket, swinging, just like a firefight, man. Um, Billy Ray Goff, he's going to force the exchanges, and then Ty Miller, I think, is going to be good with his counter strikes. And by the second round, I think Ty Miller starts timing takedowns to start slowing Billy Ray Goff down, because I think Billy Ray Goff's going to be a really big problem for Ty Miller in the striking. Um, but by round 3, I think Ty Miller has used everything that he can and just take out Billy Ray Goff. Um, I think the first round is going to go Billy Ray Goff. Just harder punches, but I think he's going to use a lot of his gas in that first round. And then Ty Miller just using all of his game for the rest. I think he's going to be cleaner striking, and I think that's how he's going to get the win. But I do think it's going to be by 29-28 decision. And I think this gets fight of the night, dude. Next up, Amanda Lemos and Alexia Thayanara. Actually a pretty good fight for women's MMA. Amanda Lemos is still a very hard hitter in the strawweight division. Um, she finds her range fairly quickly. Good calf kicks, power punches, but Alexa Thayanara, she's younger. She's been very active fighting, a lot more than Amanda Lemos. I think she just has a higher pace, and another one where I think Amanda Lemos is going to gas kind of early. But can Thayanara avoid those big shots? That's where she needs to be smart, because if she starts getting hit with those big shots, she's going to start backing up and start, she's not going to be confident in herself. So I think in the first round, Amanda Lemos gets it, but then the last 2 rounds, I'm taking Alexa Thayanara. Shifts momentum, starts getting those takedowns, because Amanda Lemos, not that great on the ground. Just takedown after takedown after takedown. I think Amanda Lemos is going to get up a lot, but I think it's just going to be brought back to the ground a lot. I think it's going to be really close in the second round, but I'm going to take Alexa Thayanara by split decision. Maybe a controversial split decision. Then we have Darren Elkins, RIP, versus Yider Duvall. Last fight for Darren Elkins. I just figured that out this afternoon. I did not know that. A little passing of the torch here. Darren Elkins, really tough, especially when he's getting outclassed. He stays in the fight. He's not a quitter. He can drag his opponents into the nasty fights, good cardio, wrestling, durability. But Yider Duvall, younger, faster, explosive, very, very dangerous on the feet. Really crisp boxing, the athleticism I like a lot from Yider. Um, and I don't think Elkins can turn this into a grappling match. I think he's going to get hit too much in the beginning for him to be confident in that grappling area. So I'm taking Yider. He's faster, he's younger. Elkins is going to too much damage is going to be absorbed by the first round, and I think he gets an early second round knockout. I think Yider DeVille is going to throw a nice little combo and then knock out Darren Elkins, and we are all going to cry. We are all going to cry ourselves to sleep. Then we have the co-main, right? Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Diego Ferreira versus Billy Quarantillo. Um, Another really good fight. These fights are so much better than what they have on 331. So much better. I like a majority of these fights a lot. I think some of them are going to be a little boring, but I like this one a lot. Diego Ferreira. I think he's kind of an underrated vet. Um, Good jiu-jitsu, good scrambling, and I think he's got some really good striking. Uh, Even as like later days into his career, I think he's still got some pretty good striking. Billy Quarantillo is moving up to lightweight, I believe. Yeah, I believe this is his first fight at lightweight. Um, really good cardio, really good pressure, and really good volume striking as well. I think he's just going to march forward all 3 rounds, put Diego Ferreira on the back foot, and just the activity from Billy is going to be too much for Diego Ferreira. Um, I think Billy's going to have success majority of the fight, just all 3 rounds. Um, I think Diego Ferreira is going to start trying to level change into the second, maybe a little bit in the first, but I feel like Billy's going to have a majority of his success in the first. I think Diego might win the second round because he's going to hold him in the grappling, but after that, I just think Billy's going to be able to outwork him, out punch, out volume, just do everything better in this fight. So I'm going to take Billy Quarantillo by unanimous decision. And this is another candidate for fight of the night, dude. I think this could be a really good scrap. Now, for the main event, a lot of people are down Gamrot. A lot of people are doubting Gamrot. Are we taking the over under to run out of the back room in the span of 30 seconds? Because I think he's just gonna sprint out there like he did in that Oliveira fight and get in the cage. He's gonna be ready to go, dude. People forget, man. This guy trains with Dustin Poirier. Okay, really good main event. I like this fight a lot. Quillen called for Gamrot. He's one of the best chain wrestlers in the UFC, and this guy got taken down by he's not even Jamie Malarkey. I know he submitted Jamie Malarkey. Okay, just hear me out. He got taken down though. Okay, and Mateus Gamrot's not a guy that's gonna get submitted like freaking Jamie Malarkey, dude. Mateus Gamrot is really good. Okay, um, Quillen Salkilld, super hype right now. Very explosive, creative. We've seen he's got a ground game, so it's impressive. Um, and he has a knockout power. I picked against him in his last fight, and he knocked the dude clean out with a head kick. That was beautiful. And his striking is just improving every single fight. So I'm going to go through every single round in this fight. I got to find my notes and just go through every single round, how I think it's going to go. Because this is going to decision. 100%. I think Quillen Salkilld comes out hot. He's going to faster striking. Several combinations on Gamrot, and I think Gamrot's going to be on the back foot trying to find timing. Maybe later in the first round, Gamrot gets his first takedown, but I think Quillen gets back to his feet and just lands more punches, cleaner combinations. So I'd give the first round to Quillen Salkilld. Then in the second round is when I think Mateusz Gamrot takes over a little more. The chain wrestling begins. Some good striking here and there, some decent combinations. I think he controls position very well against the fence, forcing Quillen to work a lot harder. So then I'd go Mateusz Gamrot 10-9. So we're at 19-19. And this is where I think eh, it could go really good, or I could be really impressed by Quillen Salkilld. I think Quillen's going to land the harder punches, and Gamrot just continuously starts to wrestle. Um, and every striking exchange is going to end with the clinch from Gamrot and just turn into a wrestling battle. But I think I would favor Gamrot in that scenario. Just take Quillen down and win the third by 29-28. And by the fourth round, this is like Gamrot has experience in these championship rounds. This is where I think Mateusz Gamrot takes over, but I still think it's going to be a amazing performance from Quillen Salkilld. Um, I just trust Mateusz Gamrot's experience a lot more. Excuse me. I think Quillen Salkilld is going to hurt Mateusz Gamrot in the fourth round, but I think the cardio of Quillen Salkilld is not going to be able to keep up with Mateusz Gamrot. Um, I think Quillen Salkilld can have a couple good moments on the ground against Gamrot, but I don't see a lot going his way after the third round. So I think Gamrot's cardio takes over. Like I said, the chain wrestling, and I think it's going to be really hard. I think Mateusz Gamrot's going to have a lot of top control. I think Quillen is going to reverse position a lot, have really good scrambles every once in a while. But then I would have, I'd say Gamrot in the last two just chain wrestles, good elbows here and there. I think towards the end, both guys are going to be like the first three rounds. I think they're going to be amazing, but then after that, I feel like Gamrot's just going to lay on Quillen, not get a whole lot done. But I still could see Quillen getting a knockdown. I think Quillen's going to get a knockdown in the first round, and that's going to give him a lot of momentum going into the second. But after that, I think it's going to be hard for him to continue. So I am going to be taking Mateusz Gamrot by 48-47 decision. I think it's going to be a very close fight. I think it's going to be a very good fight, and another one that I think can take fight of the night. I I am actually really super 50-50 on this fight. I just like the experience from Gamrot more. Quillen Salkilld, I don't think he's going to be a super big name like a Paddy Pimblett or a Max Holloway. He could prove me wrong, but I'm super 50-50 on this fight. I could really see Quillen Salkilld getting the round two knockout. I don't think it'd be in the first. I think it would take him a lot of time. I think Mateusz Gamrot's gonna start off hot, but I just think Quillen's gonna overwhelm him in the first round. Uh, Overall, a really good fight card. I am very excited for this one. I'm also excited I don't have to wake up early on a weekend. So that's amazing. Um, yeah, we just got a 331 announced, so got some big fights. Unfortunately, Charles Oliveira pulled out of that Armin Sarukian match because of um, Alan Nascimento, RIP, but it is what it is, man. You got to take the time. You just got to chill for a while. So, yeah, dude. Amazing fight night. I am very excited. Very 50-50 fight here. That's just how I think the fight will go. Yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.